Good morning once again, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is 8:09 on the ticker. All those who are on the roads of SVG, if you're coming down from Mespo, Belmont, Fairburn, Pasha, good morning. The road get patched up yesterday. Boop, boop. Bada bing, bada bow. You know how it is. Could they just remove? Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to remove it. Oh, gosh. Marcellus. All right. So the WhatsApp number is 4579997. The number to call is also 4579997. You can also WhatsApp voice notes or send us a WhatsApp call. Actually, send us a WhatsApp call and you can also voice note. Send us a WhatsApp voice note and you could also call. My name is Christal. Going to take care of you this morning. Ari is out. Rolisa is out. Don't tell the boss I just did that, okay? All right, we're live on Facebook and YouTube at WEFM 99 SVG. So hurry up, gather your friends, make sure to share, comment, like, you know, the full works and the call coming through already. What is this? Hello, good morning.
Good to have you alone.
Good to you want to have me alone? This is a dream come true for you?
Say that easy. Don't make nobody here.
You know I like stupidness. What's up, Dave? You know I like stupidness.
I'm enjoying. I wish I could. I don't know how you responded on the Prime Minister's message to all you fertile women. You know, but when it comes to that. When it comes to sex and making children, multiplying and replenishing the earth and all of that, these are things that I have retired from, in a way. I love your question. I'll tell you something. I've always been a responsible man. I never wanted to have children.
Really?
Hair.
Well, this is insightful. Why? Why you never wanted to have children?
Come on. Like I said, I've always been responsible where that is concerned. Because you never know. First to begin with, I always say, well, if you're bringing a child in the world, you have to be able to father that child from a man's standpoint. And from a mother's standpoint, she also should prepare herself to be a good mother. Okay. And so I understand, if I can call it, the basics of life when it comes to reproduction and two people getting together. Yes, I would have had my fling. I would have had my fling because, after all, I'm human. Sometimes you go to certain places and things come upon you. A woman is willing to offer you what she has and so on. Mm-hmm. And it's up to you as a responsible person. But I am not running away from it. I would have I would have been caught up in this, more than one time. And you just can't resist, especially when you're young and you feel you want to capture the whole world where women are concerned.
Oh, so you don't want to settle down. Okay, this is very insightful. Yeah.
So I have had that. I'm not afraid or I'm not ashamed or, to share some of my experiences, especially when I look around and I see what's going on in the world today. I have spoken to some men who are close to me. Although I didn't have too much men company, I more had women, who I related to all the time.
Okay,
so my experience has gone across the board, and all of that is why I can speak like how I speak, about these matters.
All right.
And there are women who would have come to me and say, "I want to make a child for you."
Oh,
there are women like that.
Wild.
They would have come and say, "I want to make a child for you."
And you refuse.
And you ask them why. And so the reason is to tell you, I just have to laugh. So many things they'll tell you why they want to make a child for you.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And that's all.
Don't tell us that, man, because it might be too much. You might break down the radio station.
that might embarrass you, you mean?
No, we're on the radio station, but you gotta wrap it up because we have a limit, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it's all up to, in wrapping up with that, it's
Uh-huh.
all up to the man, having a good man, a responsible man. And that's why I try to talk to you in a very honest, responsible way as a young woman. I mean, anyhow, I was going to say something, but I shouldn't say that one.
Please don't. Yes, don't.
So,
You have people cracking up.
I hope you keep your head on and don't let a man fool you by turning $1,000 in front of you like that one time. You know?
Okay.
Because that's what some women fall for. All right.
Oh,
Have a good day.
okay.
Listen to
All
you.
right. Thank you. Same to you. All right. There we go. Good morning to Anne again. Anne says, mouth open, story jump out. Too much information, Dave, but thanks for the laugh. All right. So let's get these balls rolled. I should not have said that. I'm sorry. Let's chat. Shall we? Ari, I gave you a message last night, right? I told you do not come on the live. Look at you. Look at you. I hope you feel better soon, all right? He's not feeling too well today. I told him he went to Let me not repeat anything on air. All right, so let's get down to business. The PM has said that, listen, ladies, we have some work to do. Society depends on you again. You are very responsible. What's not? Let's make some babies. Every woman needs to have 2.1. I don't know where the 0.1 come in, but I understand statistics and mathematics. That's where the 0.1 come in, right? So some women will have 3, some will have 0, some will have 2, and some will have 5, and what's not. So let's get down to some business and have some children, because if we don't have children, or we don't have enough children to replenish our existing population, then we're going to run into some problems in the future. What are those problems that we're going to run into? Why is it so important for the Prime Minister of this country and other countries to talk about declining or aging population? What are the reasons some women are not having children? Why? You can let us know on the live on WEFM 99 SVG. Let's talk about it. You can let us know via the telephone 457-9997. You can also WhatsApp us and let us know your contribution. What are your thoughts? What sort of problems you think we're going to have? And why aren't some women or some people having children? What is interesting to note first and foremost is the conversation was, well, in my opinion, geared towards the woman. Because, men could just like hop all over the place and do what they want to do and have to do. But a woman could only bear so many children at one point in time. Yes, and we shall. All right. So some of the reasons some women are not having children. Number 1. You've seen over the years, right? There's been quite a number of female empowerment campaigns, female empowerment programs. In addition to that, access to education has increased. Access to educational opportunities have increased. More people, more young people are getting scholarships, are attaining higher learning, are going overseas to study. And some of these young folks who are going overseas to study are not coming back to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So that's 2 reasons in one. One, they are going away, they're not coming back. Because the opportunities outside there, they're making it better than coming back home and fighting up. Reality, okay? In addition to that, when a woman seeks higher learning, she's busier. She is working, she's educated. But she can find time to settle down and have a child. I could tell you, it is challenging. It is challenging for the woman who is working 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 to have to come back home in the afternoon and do the motherly duties. It's a task. And because the women are attaining higher learning, education, degrees, bachelor's, master's, PhDs, they are putting off family relationships, although some of them will have relationships, and all these things, and procreating as well for some time later. Taking a little bit from Eyewitness's story that was posted within the last 24 hours, right? It said the census said there was an average, and this is another thing to know, the age ranges, right? On average of 1806, 1,806 live births over the 3 years, 2012 to 2014, taken from the census. Over 60% of total registered births during this period were to women with no occupation. So for that period, majority of the women who are having children didn't have a job. So the 40%, clearly you see, if a woman actually has a job, she's less likely to want to have a child based on the statistics, right? This group included those who reported they were unemployed at the time of the birth, as well as women considered to be out of the labor force, students, and the like, right? Woo. During the same period, births to teenage girls as a percentage of total births declined marginally from 17.8 to 17.5. In each of the 3 years, more than half of the total registered births were to women aged 20 to 29. So younger women dominated, right? Another point, a corresponding increase was noted for women aged 30 to 39, where the proportion of births to women in this age cohort increased by 2.5%. Births to unmarried women, or so-called illegitimate births, I'm taking this from IWN, accounted for the largest percentage of total births, which means that when you get married, you're less likely to have children. This is not to say that what has happened should not have happened, and what is happening shouldn't be happening in terms of developing the female. But another thing to look at from the female's perspective, right? When you're growing up, they used to tell you, book first, boyfriend after. Right? You remember that? Y'all remember that? Anybody ever used to be told that? Books first, boyfriend after? No? Okay. Books first, boys will always be there, study your books. You know, sometimes women who go away to study as well, they find a mate overseas, and goes back to the migration point, which means that we end up suffering in more ways than one. It's rough out here. I'm not going to lie, it's rough out here. And don't forget, you can always hit us up on the WhatsApp or call us and let us know what are some of the reasons people are not having or don't want to have children. Another point to note, right? Apart from lifestyle changes in desires and focuses on the woman, economics, finance, money. It is costly to have a child. Let's take a call right now. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Christal.
What's up?
Morning, everyone else. Hey, what's going on? You were asking why do I think? Well, from what I've heard, some women said, now if you have a single mother, okay, for example, and she has a good job, and she happens to get pregnant, have a child break up with the relationship with the dad is strained. I wouldn't say mash up, I would say strained according to the English. And you're catching a van to move with this child, to move with Massey with the groceries, and to move between these places, which is a total display in Kingston daily, right? And you can't go and tell a woman about 2.1 children. Now here how the demographics go. You find professionals such as teachers and all these people working. Yes, some may have one child. Now you'll find that the first child is 2 years old, and the first child is 12 years old, and the second child is 2 years old. Well, the teacher said, well, after she get the first, run into the first problem now. Okay? She decided, well, she gonna hold off, but she meets somebody else now, right? So you have a 12-year-old still in school, you have a 2-year-old, but you're still catching the van. Right. So how you gonna go and tell these people? No, there's a third factor. Lady leaves from here who have a child, single mother, goes to Canada. Okay, after 3 months working, you meet somebody. You start to talk, ting. And then you end up now getting pregnant. You and the man relation strained. However, the woman is safeguarded. She have a child in Canada. So while she's working, the government will take care of her. So you see, you got two economics and variables to bear with. Now, St. Vincent, everybody know, yes, people are working, etc. The salaries are not that high. We already went through all of that already. You understand me? So you'll find that people have a lot of pressure on them, and they're going to run away from this, given breaking down with these children. Making these children. And countryside in St. Vincent, to me, is one of those places that you see a lot of this situation going on. Two child father, three child father, that kind of thing, and it goes on and on and on and on. So women are learning. They have YouTube, they have programs. People literally sitting down and watching programs that will educate them. So they get insensible, right? And lastly, I want to congratulate you guys that WEFM was the first radio station in St. Vincent to hear about the JetBlue phase that is coming. So let me give you a suggestion. If you know you want to go to the state later down after JetBlue starts in the thing, get someone up there to buy the ticket online for you. It will be, the flash will be a little better up there than it is down here. And I posted this, I posted the story on Eco-Friendly, but like somebody don't like the popularity, so they obviously took it down. But I beg all y'all up since yesterday. I got all the messages.
All right,
and big up
so
to
much.
the management. So take care of yourself, yeah? And that's my 2 piece on that, yeah?
All right, thanks. Thank you.
Great.
Take care. All right, feel free to join in. I see a WhatsApp come through there. Should I just play it? Play it or not play it? Let me get some responses from the live. Let me say happy belated birthday to Mike Mercy Oliver. Happy belated birthday. He is the coach for many athletes who have gone away to study on athletic scholarships. He's like the running daddy to many of these young people. He celebrated his birthday yesterday. I hope you had a wonderful day. And I see my brother put up a nice little post. I didn't even finish reading it, but I'm pretty sure that the athletes have like so many great things to say about you. So hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. Big up to that academy as well. Good morning to Faye. Good married people. Somebody says married people don't have sex. Why? Because they're too busy working. They don't have the time. You know, this, anyways, let me leave that alone. Relationships are different this nowadays, and values are different. Fact. See this? Boy, I tell you. I'm playing brief. Hey.
Remember, the Prime Minister said 2021, we are in extreme poverty.
Jesus.
So the young people have to get wiser now. They have to consider to have a child now. They have to think twice. And I know for a fact, even my neighbors and friends, a lot of them children, I tell you, gone overseas. Them children, I tell you, who graduate from college and sitting home for so much years. Now they get the opportunity, they go overseas to join the English army. That's one of the easiest employment they could go. I mean, thinking that them coming back here to set up a family. No, them now go come back here. And none of them have children, young boys and girls. I tell you. Them gone overseas. Because no employment here. And our country, St. Vincent, is one of the most expensive country in the Caribbean. I tell you, I travel all over the Caribbean, and St. Vincent is one of the most expensive country in the Caribbean. To say when you're going to raise a child now, and you're working, that poverty. So if the parents want people to have more children, find somewhere, somehow, you have to get a food stamp. To like the Americans. Give them food stamp.
All right, thank you so much for that contribution. He put out a solution there, but like all very valid points, because these are realistically points for some people. All right, and I did mention when you go away, you get opportunity, you gone. You know how many Vince is just sitting and waiting on an opportunity overseas, and they'll be gone. Some of them don't even turn. I say, come back. They don't come back. And they have their families overseas. So the migration there, the reduced birth rates, and there are some women after their first child is like, I am not doing this anymore. You know, I made a point on the live about relationships, and that is very impactful in a woman's decision as to whether or not, let me continue relationships and economics, put them two together to continue to either get into a relationship, be in one, and have another child. Some women are like, nope, this is not happening again. And the caller from before mentioned you see some women who are walking around with their children or their child or children, and you don't know how they're making it because they have to catch buses and what's not. It is tough. Is she going to be inclined to want to have a second or third child because she is moving around alone? Where is the father in that situation? Probably he's working and it's left up to the woman and what's not. Where's the daddy? How many women have to be behind fathers on a regular to pay child support? Those are my headphones. How many women have to be behind men to pay child support? How many? How many women have to put men in the system to make the system force them to pay? And if a woman experiences this, y'all can hear me, right? Good. If a woman experiences this and she shares this experience with another woman, do you think that other woman would feel, encouraged to want to actually get into that situation? In as much as this is a national issue, a lot of things that happened up there on a society level, it boils down to the individual. Yes, some of the arguments will be objective, some of the arguments will be subjective. Here's another reason that I know we have to take a break on what's on. Good morning, Doug. We have to take a break. Right? Another reason why some women, funny that it just falls on the woman, boy. Jeez, you can't give us a break. You don't want that kind of break. I'm sorry. Trauma from the past. She who has gone through a lot in her youth or teenage years, walking around with PTSD or something of similar nature, anxiety or depression, is she going to feel inclined to want to have children, especially if a trauma involves sexual abuse? Some women become a bit more promiscuous, some women close up. And because they don't want, some women, how they respond if they don't get the healing and the therapy and all these things, some women don't want to risk having their child or children go through the same things that they went through. So they say, you know what? I'm not going to have any children. So what do we do? I think the infertility is another issue. Why some women are not, because they cannot, so they end up adopting if they so desire. Check out your friends. Look at your friends, right? How many of the married couples or couples in a solid relationship, even though there is no marriage, how many of them have children? And furthermore, how many children do they have? Majority of my friends don't have children. And the ones that do, one of them is two. They don't want. They're not ready. They're super focused on their careers and other things and traveling and enjoying the world. And having a child is going to impact that. Yes, children are lovely and they're amazing. They're adorable. But some people, because they're so focused on careers, and it's not their fault that they're focused on careers, because a lot of people are encouraging them to do that and put off this, and you see the effects now. Okay, cool. Let's take a break and we come right back. Keep sharing those responses. The break is going to be short and sweet, like a little quickie, I'm just playing with you. All right. What do you think? There's another question. What do you think the government can do to help to alleviate this problem? Because if left up to some people, they're not gonna really pay attention and do anything about it. What do you think they can do or say? How do they encourage, or how do you get the government to encourage people to go around and have a lot of fun and produce babies in the meantime? Think about that, all right? Think about it, and let's get back to it when we come back, okay? If you're just joining us, welcome to WEFM 99.9's Activated Mornings for today, where we get you activated for the day and the weekend. It's a jiggy weekend coming up, but before that, make sure your tires and thing working properly, okay?
Whether you're ripping it up on the highway or taking a casual Sunday drive, OT Tire Limited is second to none when delivering excellence at reasonable prices. We offer new and used tires, tire repair and installation. We are the only place that offers nitrogen, which helps with gas consumption and ride comfort. Supplying you with brand name tires like Maxxis, Kumo, Good Ride, Westlake, and Triangle.
Boom! Enjoy the VIP style customer waiting lounge with refreshments and free Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying, yo? This is Skinny Fabulous, and when it comes to tires, nobody makes it easier than OT. Got me on the road when the OT tire.
Follow OT Tire on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter today.
Hey, boom! Run the road with OT tires.
Thinking of winning the lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the lotto jackpot. There's Combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
This moment is all that I've been dreaming of.
Well, focus. Join the vibes for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in the Party Stand. Enjoy live performances by top artists, the hottest DJs, and so much more. Get your tickets today from Korea City Store, Kingstown. ICC Men's T20 World Cup, the vibes in the Party Stand. It's going to be out of this world. Get your tickets now.
Get ready for the ultimate musical event of the summer, Soca and Jazz, at Logwood Sports Bar, Bookament, starting at 8 p.m. Mark your calendars for this Saturday, June 1st, 2024. Groove to the smooth, soulful music of jazz with the Jazz Tropical Project. Bringing the Soca heat are Fire Empress, Omani, and the band Kinetic. Dance the night away with musical entertainment by DJ Ligaments and DJ Mackup. Admission is only $75 for an unforgettable night of live band music at Logwood. Tickets are available from any member of the Jazz Tropical Project, Kinetic, and Logwood Sports Bar. Gather your friends, put on your dancing shoes, and head down to Bookament for Soca and Jazz this Saturday, June 1st. This event is brought to you by Kinetic and Logwood Sports Bar. Follow at Logwood SVG for more details.
Tickets for Soca and Jazz are available at Kinetic Band members, Jazz Tropical Project Band members, Logwood Sports Bar Bookament, LJ Lotta Booth in Barrowley, Runner Christal at 433-4200, Desire Sports Bar in Cattels, and Cooper McDowell in Mayu.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
You know something? Every time the ads play, people disappear. Listen, people, you have to have a lot of stamina to hold on for the long run, right? You can't be running away like this. What's wrong with you? And, you know, in terms of what we're doing, we need a lot of stamina too. This is the perfect opportunity, right? Because, okay, throw me under the bus for saying this, but this seems like it's a man problem. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It seems as though this is a perfect opportunity for us to start talking about male empowerment. I think so. Because if women are advancing themselves to a particular level, and because of their advancements, they're reluctant to have children, right? Because one, they're not finding the right mate. And you know, the Bible says you're supposed to find a man that leads you, you know how it goes. And then women are being told, listen, your significant other should be on your level or higher. But if the woman is at like a level 7 and the man is like a level 2, then what's going to happen there is going to be even more difficult. And then she going to end up migrating or going on one of them sites to look for a fella to actually have a child. The solution to this, you got to start offering people incentives. You can't just come and tell us to have 2.1 children and then just leave it like that. Like, hello, where's the money coming from? Where's the support coming from? You know how many single parent households are out there right now? And co-parenting relationships are out there right now. Where's the support coming from? You think it easy? You think it easy? When the woman working, who will help her? Who's gonna help her? You needed to tell us all of that one time instead of telling us to just go and have children. With who? Just like that. How many women running down men to take care of the kids? You gotta look at that too, right? So let's hyper focus right now on male empowerment for this reason and more. Let's hyper focus on male empowerment. It's one thing to have a child, but you know, the full works. It takes time. And a lot of people into these situationships and nice time and consuming alcohol and going out to party and what's not. And they don't have time for all this. Sometimes it just happens, you know. But ideally, in ideal situations, it takes time to cultivate that proper relationship, to have that good, you know, parents. And not everybody could be a good parent. There's some who just don't want to be parents, point blank. They don't feel like they're going to be good parents. Negatively impacting our society, as they say. Now, what's going to happen in the future if we continue along this path, right? Naturally, if fewer children are being had, the workforce will be reduced. You realize that at some point they might have to increase the age of retirement. So you could be like 90, walking into work with your stick. You have to work because you have to contribute. So you're going to retire even later. Grab a smoky pipe. Imagine you just living, you born to work. See less. Economics. Reduced workforce, reduced taxes. Some things are going to be more expensive because the money has to come from somewhere. I believe they were thrust into other areas of income within the economy to be able to sustain itself. For example, tourism, exports. They're going to have to heavily invest in those things. Foreign direct investment will be a thing too. I think bigger. Some people might actually move into the island and take up because you know properties might be up for sale and so on. And don't forget, we have very plenty loans to repay in the future now. So it will be even worse. Socially speaking, who's going to take care of the older folks? Yeah, they might be collecting their pension from different companies all over the world, but who's going to physically be taking care of them? If the workforce has to be dedicated to X, Y, and Z. Some areas people are going to lose, or, you know, you'll need less of this. For example, schools. If less people in schools, you're going to need less teachers, no? And that also is going to contribute to migration because it will become, you know whose fault this is? The era that produced too many children and increased the population in the first place. Maybe. You realize, you know, and Weeks mentioned it. We have just about 2 minutes left. The grandparents had like 6, 7, 11 children. The parents cut that down to like 1/3 of it, like 3 children. And then you now 0, 1. Things are difficult. So to the government, and plus people are living longer. Look, our Prime Minister almost 78. He's almost 80. Still working. How's your time in this place? It's because they're living longer. You know, especially in the Caribbean where food is like right there. You know how it is. So what can they do? I think you guys should offer us incentives. So next time, all right, you're coming to say you need to have X more children, 2.1 per female. Give us a little bit more incentives, okay? So you know what? You're gonna get this at the end of the month, yada yada yada. I was like, okay, cool. Like, no, I could afford to have another child or have a child. Some workplaces in private and public sector, while some places are understanding of the needs of the working parents, some are not. I witnessed some time ago, a female security officer lost her job because she had to go and take care of her child, so she couldn't work in that moment, and she lost her job. Deadbeat father refused to help out, so she lose the work, can't take care of herself, have to go and look for another job to take care of herself and her child. His father ain't doing sufficient. So a bit more flexibility would be needed now and in the future for working moms and working dads. I really think that we should consider as well the amount of days that fathers get. And this is a side note, fathers get for paternity leave is too low. So male empowerment, thank you very much. This time we're going to be joined by Quartz Unicom Unlimited, Lady Cash. Lisa's already in studio, so you know how things go, right? We play a Quartz ad, and then we come back with Lisa and find out exactly what is happening. So let's take a pen and come right back.
Beckway, get ready! Quartz is back again this Thursday, May 30, under the almond tree, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. with bigger and crazier deals. No cash, no worries. Choose Ready Finance. Buy now and pay later. Get in on our doorbuster deal with specials on mattresses, rugs, appliances, and so much more. So Beckway, this Thursday, all day. Quartz is back under the almond tree. So come grab a big deal. Quartz, bringing value home.
This is 99.9 Radio. Turn it up.
All right, good morning and welcome back. Good morning, Lisa.
Oh, good morning, Christal.
Oh, it's a pleasure having you in.
Friday morning to everybody. I miss
Ari.
I miss Ari today. Ari, wherever you are, I hope you feel better soon. Really missed you this morning.
Oh.
But I'm glad you played that ad a little while ago because we went to Beckway yesterday actually.
Oh.
And I want to say thank you to all those persons who came out and supported our pop-up shop under the almond tree yesterday. It was really nice to reconnect with, customers that we would have had in Beckway, and we still have. And we promise you, we will try to make this a regular event because persons have been asking, and we want to make sure that we look after our customers, whether they're on the mainland or they're in the Grenadines. All right, so, Christal, we're heading into June. And you know what that means? This month was all about mom, eh? Everything related to mom was in May. But we got to give the dad some credit too, eh? So as June rolls in, we're going to be talking Father's Day. And the guys have already been saying, I hope we're going to get as much as the ladies got in May. So we want to make sure that our promotion for June is just as pumped as it was for mothers, because we do have some really good dads out there.
Of course.
Right? So we can't just a Peter pay for Paul kind of mentality. We got to make sure we big up the good dads that are out there.
Of course.
And hope that is going to, give persons that incentive, as you said earlier, to try and be better. So first of all, for our optical department, we are running a promotion where it's 2 for the price of 1. So if you come in and you buy your frame and your sunglasses, you're going to get 50% off. And this is just for men, eh? Ladies, you had your chance in May. We're going to do this for the men now. So in June, 2 for the price of 1. All frames and sunglasses are 50% off. If you're just buying a single, then we're going to do 30% off. All right. So it's really about buying multiple pairs and giving persons that great saving in terms of, buying 2 for the price of 1. So, I mean, if you can get 2 for 1, who wouldn't rush and take that deal? Remember too, at optical, you don't have to have money to take out your glasses. I keep saying this all the time. The eye testing is free, continues to be free, and you have an option where you can take out your glasses as well on hire purchase up to 24 months. So you have 2 years in which you can repay your glasses. We're also looking at our senior citizens as well during the month of June, because June is also dubbed as cataract month, and cataracts are the leading cause of vision loss, and it is the leading cause of blindness as well in the world. So we want to make sure that we create that awareness for persons, so especially elderly. So we're encouraging those elderly to come in, or those persons who have an elderly parent or relative, to bring them in during the month of June so that we can do the eye testing. We're also going to have nurses in during the month of June conducting the pressure tests and the blood sugar tests and all that, just so that we make sure we have a holistic health analysis of persons when they come in. Right? So remember to bring your elderly in during the month of June so that we can check for cataracts and for glaucoma and all these different eye diseases. And remember also for the dads for optical, we are offering 2 for the price of 1. So your frames and your sunglasses would be at 50% off. Also, for ready cash, we're offering to customers who come in to shop. For dads, we're going to give them a free shopping spree. We have to decide where we're going to do the shopping spree first, but we're offering persons who come in, dads in particular, who take out a cash loan of $3,000 and over, they will be eligible for a shopping spree at the end of the month. So we're talking all dads, all dads. For the Courts brand, because we have different brands that we're offering. Oh, before I go to the Courts brand, it's for Radio Shack. We're doing 30% off on selected items as well for dads, because we have dads who are very techie. So if you're looking for that gadget, which Radio Shack provides, we are offering you 30% off during the month of June for your Father's Day gift, or even to gift yourself if you want to do that. For the month of June for Courts, we are offering our Art of Living promotion. We're inviting persons to come in and literally see what we have in terms of furniture. It's really about furniture for June. We want to get persons excited about, the styles that we have, the colors that we have, the contemporary and the classical pieces that we have, and even the exotic ones as well too. Because if you're looking for something that's a little bit spicy, you don't want the traditional browns and greens and beige. We have different colors as well that can give you that pop of color in your home. So we want persons to come in and look at our furniture, get excited about it, but also to let persons know that if you come in and you make a purchase of $2,999 or more, you are eligible for our makeover campaign. So one lucky person is going to win a $10,000 room makeover during the month of June. $10,000 makeover is a lot of money. And it's for a room. So you're going to decide which room. It's going to be your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, whatever room it is that you decide. We're going to give you $10,000 worth of furniture to outfit that room, all because we want to say, hey, let's do a revamp. Let's make sure that everything is up to scratch. You're up to detail in terms of whatever new we have in terms of furniture in store. We also offering you no cash, no worries. You don't have to pay anything down, and you can shop at our Ready Finance promotion. You have 3 months to 48 months where you can pay off your item, and you don't pay anything until 30 days after.
Nice.
Right? So we're giving persons that opportunity. And the promotion runs from the 25th of May right up to the 24th of July. So it's not even for June, it's for 2 months. So June and July, we're offering this Art of Living campaign. I want to remind persons too that we do offer layaway. That's an option that we also provide for persons who probably don't want to do credit but don't have the cash up front. You do your layaway over a 3-month period. You make a 10% deposit on the item, and you have 3 months in which you can make your payments, and then you get the item to take home. But basically, how a layaway option would work in any other island. For those persons as well who are residing in the States and you want to make that purchase for your loved ones back home, remember that we have 2 branches. There is one in Brooklyn and there is another one in Queens. So you can go in and shop for your people them. In whether it be St. Vincent, Grenada, Dominique, wherever there's a Courts store, you can facilitate that. And if you're traveling, you're going on vacation, and when you leave, you say, shucks, I did not remember to pay my Courts bill. That's okay. You can go into any location. It doesn't matter which island, and you can say, listen, I want to pay my Courts bill. Here is the money. So we make it as convenient as possible for persons who want to pay their bills. Remember, you can also go to the post office. You can pay your bills there. You can also go to any branch of BOSVG, and we can also pay online as well. So there's so many different options for you. Even if you want to go by our Ready Cash branch as well, they will facilitate payments as well on any account that you have with Courts. We are also doing for Father's Day some weekly prizes, just as we did for Mother's Day. So we're going to be offering items like tickets for cricket. We're going to be doing the Coastal Adrenaline packages as well with the ATVs.
Ooh.
And we're also doing a gym membership as well for 6 months. So every week we're doing prizes. And guess what? It's not just for dad alone. It's for dad and his partners. So for example, the cricket tickets, it's not just one ticket. It's going to be dad and 3 of his partners who will get tickets to go to cricket.
Oh, I thought you said partners, you know. I'm like, hold on,
partners.
Lisa.
Well, if he wants to carry his wife and the children, but you know guys already.
Partners.
Guys already. They had a
partner.
Oh, right. But they're
brethren.
They're brethren.
They're brethren.
Sorry, they're brethren.
Yeah.
Make sure I put it straight.
Ooh.
They're brethren.
The pressure. Oh.
So, yeah. And if the Coastal Adrenaline as well, that's the ATVs. So we have made arrangements with them as well for that. So it will be dad and 3 of his brethrens as well who want to do that package. And of course, we also have the gym membership. We want to make it as exciting for dads this month as we did for moms in May.
Of course.
Right? So remember, our optical department is 2 for the price of 1, 50% off lens and free and sunglasses. We have our shopping spree for dads who are taking out a cash loan, $3,000 or more. And at our Courts branch, we are offering you the Art of Living, which is our furniture campaign. Upgrade your home, upgrade your home and your rooms with any furniture from Courts. We have very stylish pieces to choose from. And you can also win a $10,000 makeover with Courts. Right? So we have a lot that's going on in store for the month of June. And June isn't even here yet. Right? So remember to check us out. We are literally the one-stop shop when it comes to anything related to home and for you, because when it comes to your eyes and everything else as well, we're talking health and everything else too. Right?
Okay,
So guys, have a
awesome.
great weekend. Christal, I'll see you again next week, Friday, DV.
All right, as usual. Thank you so much, Lisa. And that was Courts joining us this morning, as usual, on a Friday. Final stop, and then we head to the top of the hour.
Nice to see you again.
Hey people, this is Ezra the Fun Machine, and I'm calling all revelers, carnivalists, and bacchanalists. Let me tell you, take a loan of $3,000 or more for your costume and pay only $340 per month with Courts ready cash. Plus, you get to enter to win your loan back. That's right! Pay $0 down and nothing for the first 30 days. All you need is your ID, proof of address, job letter, pay slip, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Courts already cash location today or contact your Carnival band for more details. Experience Carnival 2024 with Courts ready cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply. Aye, aye,
All right, so welcome back to Activated Mornings. We have just about a minute or two to wrap up this topic here, and then we're going to head to the ECCB bank rates at the top of the hour. Somebody said having a child is easier said than done, but we have to check all factors, like if the mother has to go back to work, she has to look for childcare. That's an additional expense like food, clothing, etc. Also, educational part of it. We have to make sure all the finances are in place for the child. So these guys out there going to listen to Ralph and get females pregnant because he said it's going to boost the economy. What if guys just on the loose and start raping? Hopefully not. It's another challenge. Who's going to stand the blame? I don't think that. At least I'm hoping that they're not going to take trick to make luck and be foolish about it. So many unanswered questions here. Yes, we had Mr. Week's segment today. It's at 7:45 daily. And so if you missed it, I'm sorry about that. They had to come on early. All right. Let me just make sure that there is no comment. Boosting the economy is all good, but we have to put other factors that will have a significant impact on families on a whole. Some of us don't think this out before we put that out there. All right, so that could be a really hard task, but we'll see how things go, and if people are actually gonna follow through with it. If not, then we have to go to Plan B. Somebody said earlier we have to blame morning after pills. Reason number 1: morning after pills, why the birth rates are so low. There's something else that happens in St. Vincent and Grenadines that is illegal, but it happens. I'm not going to say what it is. Anyways, we're going to wrap this up. It is now 9:01. We're going to head to the top of the hour. The ECCB bank rates are coming up, followed by the lottery results brought to you. Compliments the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the National Lotteries Authority, respectively.
Brick by brick, piece by piece.